Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tassinix, and welcome to Season 53, 5 vs 5 Grand Arena Championship, Week 2, Round 2. My opponent today is Brilliant Zid of Amestris. I'll have to ask him what the of Amestris is about. I have no idea, actually. But nonetheless, Brilliant Zid of Amestris, the Partisan. All right, let me go ahead and get the stuff ready on the other screen. Is this all on the right page? Okay. Okay, it looks like we're good. Let me make sure my sources are added. Oh, yeah, that's right. That is right. I have 2 of these, don't I? Okay. So we can go back to this one. And I'm going to start playing that. And we want to kill the desktop audio so that we don't pick it up twice. Oop. Audio input capture. That's the wrong thing. Regardless. That is one, yeah. But that's not really as an audio input capture. I don't know why it's giving me trouble about it, but we'll figure this out here. Because I'll get the music on for you guys one way or the other, I promise. Wait, if it's an audio input capture, isn't it just a second one at the top? Set to be Discord. There it is. Aha. That should be it. All right, there we go. Now I think I just have to turn this off, and then you guys can see. Aha. All's well that ends well. Okay. Unless it's HB, then it's just dumb. HB? HB? I don't know what you mean, Bazinga. But hey, Death's Helm. Hey, Bazinga. How you guys doing? All right. Where's the prediction? 1 or less, 2 or more, kind of a thing. All right. Starting this up. All right. Here we go. Me versus Brilliant Zid. So, rank 45 versus rank 47. GP, my 14.4 million to his 14.8. Top 80 GP, 3.13 to 3.133. All right, we're really close there where it matters. That's fair. GAC Omicrons, my 56 to his 57. Zetas, we're tied at 348. Top 80 average speed, my 163 to his 151. So that's... Is that real? That seems almost... It seems almost inaccurate. That's a big speed gap. All right, mod analysis. Plus 25s, my 205. Man, we hit over 205 the other day, guys. It's a good day. It is a good day. Why is this thing bothering me about setting some type of goal? I'll have to read about that later. All right, yeah, my 205 to his 148. 20 to 24 is my 448 to his 355. Plus 20s, my 653 to his 503. Plus 4% offense is my 169 to his 113. Plus 6% offenses. Plus 54, my 54 to his 32. Relic analysis. Total levels, my 2125 to his 2256. Very, very rare. He's a guy who's just that much bigger. But yeah, 400,000 GP on me in this neck of the woods. There you go. All right, Relic 9s, my 94 to his 151. Relic 8s, my 131 to his 92. Relic 7s, my 29 to his 23. Honestly, I'm surprised he has any Relic 7s at all. Datacron analysis, probably the closest match I'm going to get here as far as this goes. Rerolls, my 298 to his 300. Level 9's my 54 to his 50. 6 to 8's my 2 to his 1. And 3 to 5's, I have 3, he has 3. All right, GL comparison. Let's see what jumps out. Good offense on his slacker. Fast, healthy. JMK. Fast C. Very fast, JML. Okay. Okay, that's really fast. Okay, and a fast Leia, too. All right, there you go. Okay, key characters. Anything that jumps out. My man's got a robust General Skywalker. I respect that. That's where a lot of good mods are concentrated. I can see what that's about. Okay. 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 All right. Oh, what's this? That must be just something about the time I pulled it. Surely he doesn't have mods missing from his Piet or something like that. All right. Let's go flip this over to the Omega Bot report. So yeah, this is pulled just on last week's results only. All right, yeah, he's usually going late. So as a courtesy to me, he did open up the front wall last night. So I appreciated it. Thank you. Because he knew I'd be streaming at some point. All right, yeah, mod comparison. Yeah, in general, I'm pretty favored speed-wise. So that's all right. JC Omicron's pretty much the same. Yeah, he has the Tuscans. That's right. This list isn't even updated yet for Jar Jar, I think, right? Yeah. He's got a great setup for his Gungan team. Among most of the top players, I surveyed how they had their Gungans set up. I think maybe 3 of them I took specs pretty strongly from Zid. So I like how he's got his Gungans set up. I can't wait to see what mine are going to do because I do have Jar Jar. All right, squad banner efficiency, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, just last week, right? Looks like he had 1 cleanup, so that's fun. I can appreciate that. That's pretty rare for him, too. All right, defense-wise, what was he setting last week? Trench Watt, Kelleran, Savage Lead, Traya, Iden, Slacker, Gas CRex, GG, Saw, Jabba, DTMG, BKM, and Ray Swallow. And he had some opponents who didn't make it so far into his defense. So that's why there's a lack of data. Endurance, Executor, and Malevolence. Just a cheese. Just a cheese of a fleet. All right. Defenses by zone. We would most likely expect to see something like Kelleran, BKM, Ray Swallow, Jabba. Something like that. All right, offensively. So Vader, Lord Vader. Yeah, this is his preferred counter. He'll underman a Saw Gerrera team for about 64 banners with this. So it's pretty cool. All right, Bane, Leia. Yeah, likes his Leia versus Leia action. JMK Cat, JML, Talzin. Yep, Malgus, Seer, Starkiller, Reva, C, GG, BKM. Yeah, Jabba sometimes. So he mixed it up a little bit last week. Leviathan, yeah, he had a Leviathan fail him on fleet once. In a mirror. Negotiator, Chimera, Profundity. Okay, yeah. So I mean, he is saving the house. All right. What gave him some trouble? A Finn Zori team, DTMG. Nah, little banners shaved there, but otherwise pretty clean. And then this one Leviathan fight. All right, so not a lot of data to go on, but yes, Zid favors a very high efficiency style in a meta this season that is less favorable to efficiency than it was last 5 vs 5, but it's still fairly efficient historically, so he's reasonably within his element. All right, let me get ready to flip us back over to the main scene, and we'll talk about this board. You guys are getting the music, right? You should be. I think so. Oh, wow. 3 Scoundrels. Oh, yeah, the podcast channel followed me yesterday. Thanks, guys. I don't know if any of you guys from 3 Scoundrels are watching right now, but appreciate you. All right, let's cut off the vote. Hey, Striker. Yeah, you're just pulling my leg. You and I both know you haven't missed a damn thing. All right, get your vote in while you can. I'll give you guys like 30 more seconds, and then we'll cut this off. So, yeah, till it says like 1:45 on my timer. So about 30 seconds. Not getting music. Well, that's not good. Let's see if I can't figure that out. Oh, I think I figured it out. There we go. Yeah, I know you got to get your porno vibe. I respect it. I really do. Oh wow, that is gonna drive me absolutely batshit crazy, isn't it? Okay, I have to fix that right now. That looks like it's all in the box now. That was driving me crazy. Okay. All right, end submissions. All right, let's take a look. You still don't have the music? Really? Ivo Amudzev. Damn. I am sorry that I just hacked that name of yours to pieces, sir or madam, as the case may be. But evening from way across the pond task. Good luck. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right. TSB, fear itself. I predict stuff will happen. Things will die. Fun will be had. Regardless. Yes. I have beaten Zid. Zid has beaten me. So that being said, you go with Evo. Okay, got you, Evo. That'll be easier. So all that said, he posted in 1853. I did the napkin math here. He dropped. He overmanned a couple things, and then he not overmanned. He undermanned a couple of things, and so he compensated back a couple banners for a few banners he dropped. No dropped fights. Based on a 65 average for a max fight, I leveled it out, and it's like he dropped 4 banners on squad and 4 banners in fleet. A total of 8 banners across the entire defense. So pretty close to softmax. So this is one of those where, obviously, if I drop it all, it's over, so we could use it as a testing ground of certain things, but the problem is he's probably not got a lot of super challenge defenses down, so I have to... It would suck if I had to learn stuff from Cheese. So we'll see. We will see. It's annoying me that you guys aren't going to get that music. Do I have it muted? Application audio capture. That's really annoying. That is super annoying. I'm sorry, guys. You should be hearing it now. I don't know. All right. So anyway, he did pretty much the front wall, bottom front in the evening, and I missed. He did it in his morning time, so I was just dead asleep. So I don't know how any of these match up, but suffice it to say, the lowest banners he got on any one fight in particular was a 62. I thought about how, I guess I'll tell you more about the general board strategy once we've talked about the full defense. So a Finn Zori team, Resistance Hero Finn, Zori, Rose with the Omicron, and Holdo with the Holdo Cron. So this can still be beaten by Night Sisters. Things do have to go well for you. It isn't necessarily a free win, but once you get down like Resistance Hero Finn, basically, it is pretty much a free win at that point. I expect that's what he ended up doing here because you're not gonna Star Killer this. And that was mostly the intention. BKM, Paz, Grogu, Sabine, and OG Bo-Katan, followed by GG, B2, Stat, Magna, B1, Stapcron, and then Kellering, Gas, Mace, Cam, and JKA. Still beatable by JML, but it can cause a little more wrinkles than any other variant of the Kel team, because basically if Gas isn't here, you just go in after JKA, and then just pursue the fight from there. As opposed to, you really do want to go in on Gas first, because you don't want Gas to do anything in this fight. It would suck. It would not be fun. All right, that is the bottom front wall. In the back, $18.53 is the softmax. Oh, it is? Okay. Like I said, I basically, if you're thinking every squad should be 65, I did the difference between the fights where he dropped a couple banners and the fights where he made a couple banners up, and it came out to being 4 banners dropped on squads, and then he got like a 72, a 73, and a 76. So based on like a 75, average in fleet, that's how I came up with the figure of 8 banners dropped. So if that flies in the face of what you know to be the softmax, at least you know how I came up with my reasoning. All right, in the back, we had Slacker. This is with my highest deflection cron. So if he had done something other than JML against Kellerin and he reserved JML for this, this would have offered perhaps the greatest complication to that. Aphra with Hondo. This is with like a protection up cron, 40-ish% offense, little bit of health steal, I think. Just enormous stats. Very dangerous team. CLS would have more trouble going after it because Han wants to plug Aphra, but also wants to plug Hondo. Neither one's great to have go. You probably would still plug Aphra because that would be disastrous if you let her start doing stuff. Nonetheless, he got it down just fine. Leia, Drogon, R2, Old Ben, and CRex. Right, so you saw that my gas was combined into my Kellerin team. And yeah, CRex was kind of a free agent. I didn't feel like I'd really be using Phoenix. So yeah, here he is in this team. And this is with a 75% health cron. She's like 200, almost 240k health, something like that, 565 speed. As Evo said, full RI and full banner on fleets leads you to 73 as softmax. If you calculate off 75s, only 2 RIs, which does occur most often. Then, yeah, 1853 isn't quite softmax at that point. Yeah, it's a really tall challenge, for sure. That's a very, very tall score. So, yeah, and I want to explain more about what I set myself up for here offensively. So, yeah, we have Ray, RJT, Xeris, Old Ben, and, not Old Ben, gosh. Ray, RJT, Xeris, Sortie, and Ben Solo. With Raycron, Revive, this is some debuffs getting done by this team, a little bit of resistance to getting beat up, but what's really interesting is that Zid set a couple different comps of this that is doing a lot of debuffers. We'll look at that more in a minute. But the idea would be to have Ray plus 4 Rey plus Ben plus 3 characters that inflict a whole bunch of debuffs, light side characters. And that way, should the enemy team dispel them, you have the stacking offense level 6, and then Rey becomes just a heinous threat. Alright, then Savage, Traya, Nihilus, Sion, Talon with a Doubt Cron. Trench, Watt, Django, Newt, and Dooku with a Doubt Cron. So yeah, with the current Trench Cron, it's powerful at all, but perhaps it's yet to find its stride as a super efficient offensive counter, because defensively, that Cron is still beaten readily by CLS and Starkiller. And in this 5 vs 5 meta, I think it's easier to have either CLS or Starkiller available for a fight of this tier, you know? Alright, Saw, Chirrut, Baze, Cassian, and SRP. Love it. Very, very strong. Alright, and then yes, for fleets. So, Zid will generally be very, very efficient for fleets, so better offer him something to fight then, right? So we put up Executor triple, Houndstooth first. I've noticed, depending on how you order these two, both of these are taunting ships, and the AI will call either one out. I wonder if there is a linkage between having Boba in the first slot and him getting called out first more often. It's okay, either one getting called out, but there is a threat condition where if Boba does get called out and you were too greedy and you hadn't wiggled and with your Millennium Falcon on its second turn, and like the enemy Mando ship has marked Boba, marked Han. If Boba comes out first, Han can be killed. So anyway, I think he got a 76 on this one. 73 here if I had to guess, and 72 on the Leviathan. And it did work the way I'd intended with both reinforcements coming out, so he just managed to get around to his ultimate quicker. But he did lose to this composition of Leviathan last week, so I thought I'd set that same trap. So anyway, about explaining the thought of this defense, going heavy against Zid when he goes relatively light still offers him a decent chance of being efficient, and I think it was probably if I was going to go heavy, it would have to be something like 6 GLs on defense. And that's a tough position, super unforgiving. It would put him at a much greater probability of dropping than the 3 GLs that you see me having set. But I'm going to have to try and play his game here, clearly. And that's going to be tough for me. I'm not, I've gotten much better at playing efficiency, but this is definitely his bailiwick, and he's one of the best to be doing it at this point in time. All right, so his top wall. Saw, Chirrut, Baze, Kyle, and Cassian. So no SRP. Where's his SRP? Probably just on the bench. Interesting. I wonder what the Kyle in here prevents. Gets to go. I don't know. Alright, Gas CRex team next with a Jedi Cron I see there. So that's just going to be much tougher to do something with, Sith Eternal solo. Alright, Trench, Django, Dooku, Newt, Watt with the Trench Cron. So yeah, I do have that CLS or Starkiller option. If I had to guess, probably Starkiller if I can choose it, because, yeah, this can be some seriously dastardly shit to deal with. And if CLS is likelier to get a sub 65, God knows we need every little advantage. Alright, Iden, what the hell, Stark, Range, Shore, and Snow. Nice. Lots of turn meter built into this. It's pretty nasty. Nasty Iden team as it goes. Hey, Task, can I steal your launcher? Hey, Ravens. Hey, what's going on? Hey, MJ. Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, man. It's like, if you're going to steal my Quasar cannon in Helldivers 2, if you're going to pick it up next to the body that isn't yours, the least you could do is shoot down the shit that I can no longer shoot down. And then it's like, okay, you're going to steal my Quasar, and you're going to basically run in circles going, ah, ah, while the drop ships are dropping in bots by the dozen. And I'm like, you could just shoot the damn thing. So, yeah, mildly annoying. I'm fine. You're fine. We're all fine, right? I'm fine. We're fine. It's good. It's cool. It's fine. All right. All right, bottom front for the opponent. Yes. Kelleran, Mace, Shock T, JK, and Cam. Yeah, I actually toyed around with setting exactly this composition. I'm still thinking about having like a gas 501st team. I guess gas CRex with this Jedi is... It's still pretty tough to see. Yeah, I mean, I guess you'd really want to have like a high health cron on Sith Eternal if you were going to attempt that. All right, Jabba, Chrysantin, Bausch, Boba, and Scando. Very nice. Man after my own heart. I usually have Jabba on defense. And he typically has Jabba on offense, so that's fair. All right, Reva, Inquisitors. And then Ray, Boss Nass. So this is the debuff thing I was telling you about. Ben, Cal, he also has a lot of debuffs. Maybe not the highest potency, we'd have to see. But then you have Echo as well. So all of this is meant to feed in. Yeah, 29% health, 18% offense, 100% health steal. Very difficult to chunk down. It's pretty nasty. It's pretty damn nasty. All right, so yeah, she is going to get stronger and stronger. The plan, nonetheless, remains the same. So what I'm thinking here for Kelleran and Mace, I'm thinking Reva. I see that's somewhere between a 62 and a 65, and as this is the variant where I don't need to worry about handling gas first, I think we just blow up JK and move on with our lives. Now, Jabba, interesting. I think we use... It's JMK or DTMG here. It's basically the question of how I want to go after the Saw. I think I want to do his own Darth Vader, Lord Vader thing. I think I saved the right cron for exactly this purpose. So, and I think he does that with Darth Vader, Lord Vader, Thrawn, and Royal. So we'll go for the Underman on that. Gas CRex. Gas CRex. Got to be careful about this one. So, the gas CRex might be easiest to deal with something like JMK. Because DTMG can handle Jabba for high banners. And what did he roll with? Yeah, he rolled with Doubt. Okay, so DTMG, Gid, Scout, Death, Storm. Alright, so the bottom front plan is Reva for Kelleran, DTMG for Jabba, Seer for Reva, and Bane for Rey. So the real question here is for Reva. I don't think that there's room to really underman. It's a dangerous team, so we'll just treat it proper. All right, let's go ahead and restart. 15 stream streak. Say that 5 times fast. Good to see you, Sheepdog. Happy Star Wars Day. That's right. Happy May 4th, everyone. I forgot to say that in my announcement today for the stream. But yes, May the 4th be with you all. Let's go, let's go. I'll look at that later. Brilliant Randy, what's up, man? If you're around, I can hop in Discord. Okay, yeah, you are around. Okay. I see you, dog. Up. Look at you, down in stream voice already. You slick son of a bitch. What's going on, Zid? You should be able to hear me now.
Yeah. What's going on, Taps?
Just about to get started. Just fully covered the defense, so we'll see what we've got. Striker asks, did I not get the PC client beta task? No, I didn't. So, thank you. No, I didn't. I did not get that. It's all good. I'm not bitter. You're bitter. And I think that's what's important here. They're not all going to start with Foresight, right? Or does this bastard give them all Foresight? I always forget. 30% health. I don't care about that. I mean, the tenacity might help them resist the cooldown increase. So the question is, would I start with a middle first? I think that's a reasonable start. Yeah. All right, we'll start off with Bane set. Yeah, I know, Striker. I'm a little bummed. Because they said it's not the only time they'll be sending out invites, but they're going to manage it, so it's like a batch, right? So I don't know when the next batch of invites might go out, but we'll see. All right. I think depending on what the board looks like, well, they're going to have the tenacity and shit. Basically, if we don't do third, then they will get to do stuff. And I'm really not about them doing stuff. All right, let's see which way we want to go. Oh, did I take the wrong datacron? Well, hopefully the big health will help. Yeah, that's true. We didn't take it. Oh, that's silly. All right, so it isn't Foresight, so we'll take the money and run. Stand firm, my man. Stand firm. I know you have it in you. Do it. That's right. Be a G. Be a G. Okay, so this is a chance to go Giga a second time. You're not low enough to harm this way. Let's do this. Keep stacking. Chonk. Okay, that's a good step. Yeah, that shit's rough. She's under half, so he can be killed. The smiting continues. Stop that shit. 8. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. All right. The only real option would be to continue to stack health. Stop that. Ooh. It's okay. I'm fine. You're fine. We're all fine. Stop doing stuff. Where the fuck is that turn? Thank you. Ugh. You're killing me with that, man. All right. This is terrifying, by the way. Thank God for all the health from the Sidious cron is what I assume I grabbed. Ugh. Just get so big. Get unmanageable, my brother. That's right. Okay, stop taking whatever the fuck that is. Thank you. Okay. Everybody be cool. Be cool. All right. All part of the plan. Anyone who tells you otherwise is a liar. So, we just gained a Bane cron. 64. Yeah, the Bane cron is just. I mean, we knew this. We knew this for those of us that were playing with Bane before the Bane cron came out. But the Bane cron feels like gravy. It's just gravy. It's a win, perhaps harder, because the fight's a 64 or a 65 anyway. So for my error, there's the pun. That's right. It did get a little hairy. I'm not going to bullshit you. I was mildly terrified for a moment. Mildly terrified. But let it never be said. Starting with an extra 55% max health was pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Imperial Remnant. Grab resistance. This one. Okay, let's actually make sure we grab the right cron this time. That would be nice. I was a little scared too. The hell's Boss Nass doing in there? Yeah. Lee Bone already explained debuffs to boost offense, but the level 6 there on that resistance cron says that when enemies dispel debuffs off themselves, resistance allies gain 2% offense stacking per debuff dispelled. So if you just inflict a ton and then just keep going, which is why, because there wasn't anything like a Holdocron in there, which would give them all foresight at the start of battle, which means that if you did the third, you would get the stacking health, but not the cooldown increase, right? So we were able to delay that a little bit. I don't know how much it made a difference, because basically once I didn't get blown up from the first ultimate, I was probably going to be fine. All right, let's see how this goes. I don't have a great deal of practice with this, but my understanding is this is a slam dunk. Who is it that we kill? Oh, well, hey, leave that one alone. Damn it. Leave Brittany alone. We would do the Dispel first. The Self-Dispel, get the speed up, trigger the stagger. If we do this, we can prevent Boba from doing the AoE here. We lose more TM than their team does in that, but I'm okay with us probably all getting to do our everything ahead of this guy. Honestly, I feel like Armor Shred should still be on you regardless, and then we're going to go after you. So, if I do this, I mean, I probably want to do this first. Second. Dispel. Get their Hut Cartel buff off. Almost. Soon, my friends. Just a basic. We're already blinded. We'll just miss trying to apply days. Can't do an assist call onto her, but we can with him, so no reason for you to have Bounty Hunter's Resolve. Okay. Couple ability blocks off that. Let's see how much it matters. Ideally, we would be landing this out here, but I really want you to die, so we'll just make sure that she goes now. Alright, who next? There's no good that comes from Boba being alive. Close him out. So we need to get around to another Dispel, which I don't think we'll have a problem doing. Yeah, we take quite a few turns. Alright, at last. The chance to really get banners back would be another third from Moff Gideon. So that's what we gotta go for. This will be Death 1. Oh, it was, yeah, that is Death 1. Sure, that's fine. Yeah, we're a million miles away from that third. Nevertheless, we're trying to prolong the fight, but you're going to go down anyway. We'll just save. Brap. Right, exactly. from trying to prolong anything. Is this actually going to do something? Offense up. Offense up is probably not the droid we're looking for. Basic will hit harder than the AoE, so run with the AoE. The question is, do we really get something like 3 turns back? Ah, there's a little bit more. I will take this. I will take that stack. This is likely a kill. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's just stick with that for now. He's getting fairly close to an ultimate, so I'm kind of worried. It's going to be tough with doubt, too. Ooh, we're so close, so we have to be extra careful. Basic. It's okay. You're cool. I'm cool. We're all cool. You can't gain buffs because I'm a dodo. Just this then? Okay. 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 Just this one, if you would kindly. Ooh, you're killing me with this shit. Come on now. Come on now. Don't finish him. Ooh, that is going to be the killing blow. Well, he had doubt anyway, so we weren't going to recover him. So, what, 64? 64. It'll have to do. All right. Where is that browser audio? What is up with that source not playing any music? Still, it's not playing anything. I don't dig that at all. Alright, the only way to get the music back into the mix for you guys would be probably put it on desktop audio. Alright, you there. Now, I want to see, is there... I'm just curious to check GG and see if anybody's, like, valued this out before. Flip to this for you guys. Alright, where are you, Seer? Yeah, Malgus for 58. 74%? Real? Tell me about that. Right, I'm familiar with the variant where you get like a 64 and shit, so please tell me more. Damn. Alright. Well, what do we got? Aha! Aha! So, using crew, 57%. Yeah, that is boo-boo. 60, we might have to make an audible for this one. I don't know that I want to count on something that's going to get a 60. Yeah, exactly. Dangerously done. Well, you don't use Maul with that counter of his, right? What did Zid's offense show last week? I want to say he did it in this round too. Right, you don't use Maul in this, and it's a 64. So, in lieu of Ninth Sister, we'll take Maul, which apparently can still do the do. We will assume Maul. It's a 5-man for a 63. What did you take? You took Prod up for the sake of the squishies. It's not a terrible choice. Deflection's a good choice. A lot of special damage in this team. A lot of physical, though, too, actually, so I don't know. Alright, so probably the stats on the cron aren't determined. Doubt. See, that's what I would have thought was doubt. But that's with 3 Darksiders, and it's also with RJT. So that was... Oh, that is a pretty interesting choice, though. We could leave Fulcrum on the bench. Fulcrum doesn't show that it's going to be super high banners. And this was a 64 with 3 Darksiders. We'll have even more survivability because we would have Cal instead of RGT. There's some merit to that. I think we'll still run it that way. Seer Maul versus Lord Vader with Maul and Inquisitors. Wow, yeah, alright, dig that. Crit damage, probably. I have my own Reva team, I think, for offense, so we'll want to be careful about that. We've already used this. Okay, so this one, we still want one for Reva that's really good, and this is probably the one, which means you're next up on deck. Oh, this is kind of nice. How much is the crit damage difference? About 10%. As opposed to... see, if I do any of these, I bet you this guy... Yeah, see, this guy didn't burden himself with having 50% minus defense. Yeah, this might be the ticket. Because you use a different cron for that Darth Vader, Lord Vader fight. This is the one I'm typically using with Lord Vader on defense, because the 400% means they just fall right over. Let's try it this way. I believe in you. Okay, so far, mildly terrifying. I'm okay. I'm fine. You're fine. How are you? Okay. The first step to greatness would be viewing our friend over there and wop, 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 wop. Much ado about nothing. Alright. Yeah, the biggest risk that we have right now... Oh, this is too funny. Is actually not being able to recover banners. Yeah, 62. So realistically... The Cal helped mitigate, I feel. So Ninth Sister was Ninth Sister didn't have taunt. Ninth Sister probably could have been left safely behind, I guess is the point. Felt dirty going in without some kind of tank though, right? Alright, now this one. Yeah, this one is going to be Reva. I guess this one's also kind of worth checking. Oh yeah, is there a battle? Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to flip that switch. That's why. See, if I have the Twitch thing up on my browser, that means I can't see OBS and see that I forgot to switch the scene back. The bottom line is, Seer just looked. We just took their initial assault. It got to Malikos' turn. That was literally the first turn on our team. I targeted GI, threw rocks. All non-Reva people just immediately fell over, and then Ninth put up taunt. And then it was Maul's turn, and we did a middle, and that was the end of the fight. We just ended Reva right there. So that's what I'm saying. Like, since Nine Sister didn't start with taunt, just another 2 banners left on the table, I would say. All right, we want to have all this. I'm just checking this cron real quick. I'm just curious whether or not there's a benefit to some type of Reva Underman. So even when this works, it says that it's like a 60-ish banner, so we'll have to see if we can do better. Crit damage. You. See? Wakarin, hey, what's going on, man? T-Max, what's good? Boma Fett. I don't think I acknowledged you earlier, but yeah, there we go. I'm caught up. All right, let's see if we can't do better. So it's either ability block off rip. It's got to be ability block off rip. It's either that or it would be like GI's third on JK, right? Yeah. So hit you just as hard as we possibly can. If that is the case, if this is all four-sided, we would want to get the third first. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now the rest of this rolls out as scheduled anyway, right? Yeah. Oh, shit. Stop doing that now, damn it. We could do this, but I would rather heal him. Because then we'll dispel here. Yeah, and then you still just fall over like a dick. 2 of you still have foresight, but it's enough to kill Cam. And remove the foresight. Okay. Yeah, AoE for sure. Yeah, I can see where you lose banners on this. It's a real one. Ooh. Okay, close you out. Middle here. Keep you on lock. Whose turn meters next time? So I don't really want you to do anything, so I guess we'll just basic here. Put you down under 63? Okay, better than advertised. Alright, so we certainly lost more banners than he did there. Yeah, I can check and see.
Alright, thanks. Hope you enjoyed it back.
We'll take a look here. 507. Yeah, he had 4 banners up on me for the wall, so that's fair. Alright. Yeah, I would say meets expectations. Alright. Yeah, there's a couple different ways for that, and then it's a down Okay, that's fair. Leia, drop in. 2. Let's see, what's next? Yeah, you would want to have that. The healing immunity would be pretty nice. Okay. Something like that. Alright, and then Sav, Traya, Talon, Nihilus, Sion. Nothing wrong with that at all. Who did I have marked for that? I think I was just going to do C solo on that. Big health cron, so probably like Bane's cron or some weird shit like that. Who's the 2 to link? Obviously Sav, and then probably Traya. Traya is the one who offers the greatest complication to us, so yeah. As far as Aphra goes, did I have something slated? Yeah, that's a fair option. Here, let's take a look. Put this back over for you guys. Yeah, I've seen a few people run this season. Not that I've fought them, but I've seen people. Okay, that was a doubt cron. Traya, Dash, Jabba. Interesting. People use some pretty high-bore stuff for that. Dash for 59. That's interesting. So, if it's Dash with Han, I see why the Han works. So you'd still plug Aphra, and then you're just trying to like cosmically rock the rest of the board. So it's your wheel that would pull you up. That's an interesting one. Alright, so now we have to go map the top. True. Yeah, DV Lord Vader Thrawn Royal. That's still on deck for Saw. Gas CRex. J&K was something that I had assigned for that. I just want to see if there's anything more flexible. Star Killer. Wow, that's interesting. %, for 63, really? Alright. So yeah, JML, of course, can be a solution for us for that. JML or gas. So, I mean, if JML is there, what did I have your JML saved for? Oh yeah, I had JML purpose in case you had DTMG on defense. That's right. Something else though. There was another option I had explored. What am I forgetting? Oh, that's right. If I saw your BKM. Yeah. I was gonna JML your BKM. That's what it was. Okay, so Leia. We can have a wrinkle there with Jabba, but Jabba I still think is the plan. What are we going to do? It's this one. It is offense stack. Okay. JMK for 65. Oh yes, I rather like that. Very good then. Jabba will be moved to a more noble purpose. Probably an underman of some kind. Ooh, no, that could be really good for the Sav Traya, right? And then I don't even need to risk something. Ooh. Would also be good for Aphra though, too. Yeah, because yeah, that's true. That Aphra is not gonna hit the same. Okay, so Jabba could be a good answer there. JMK, Cat, Hit, GK, Ahsoka. Alright, I dig that. The Sav Traya, I want to say, is still going to be good either way. I honestly don't know what kind of Sith crown was on that. Potency up and then the ignore time. Fair? I don't think I want to sort by that. It gives us too narrow information. Alright, Bane, Jabba for 62. Okay, blah, 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 blah. 68 with C solo. It's going to be tough to argue with. What did you run with, my man? Man went with some health and some health steal. You know, I feel that. I really do. I really do. Okay, that's fine. So back to Aphra then. Yeah, people were using something with the grade of Traya. Jabba was 62. Surely we can do better. Who do we take for that purpose? We would want to have the ability bump from Boba. The foresight gains on Embo let him evade more crap, but I don't think that matters too much. I'd rather have the odd chance at an ability block. Okay, so Hondo's gonna kidnap Chrysanthemum, so whatever. We'll take our very highest tenacity. I kind of like the way this is shaping up in my head for this fight. Yeah, because I wouldn't want to do that with JML. So JML probably for gas CRex. CLS or Star Killer for Trench, and then the question remains of how I would want to deal with Iden. What do I have left unassigned at this point? Malgus. Where should Malgus be playing? Yeah. You don't have to risk anything like that. That's the problem. It'd be like a 65. So there's not a lot of underman opportunity. So the task would be doesn't Malgus still fight Saw? We'll check that. I'll check that. Saw, Chirrut Bays, Kyle, and Who was it? Cassidy, let's say. Whose sack are you hitting? Each to their own. Kumt says hitting Randy's sack as he smoked pass. I mean, he did smoke the defense. There's really no question about it. So I'm not worried about that, but I have to think about what I'm doing now. Star Killer will be a 65, so I'm too worried there. There's no time for business. Yeah. Hey Taz, hope it's going well. Randy likes cheese, says Anomaly Lick. Am I winning hell there? Oh hey baby, what's going on? Sorry I missed the chat for a couple minutes, guys. I had to think there. I like it. And it was Kyle. And this is the game. Yeah, GG stat. Just a very rare composition is what it is. So even though they start with the tenacity up from Cassian being in the team, it doesn't stop the debuffs that Lord Vader applies. So what we would want to do with our first Merciless from Darth Vader would be to go all around an ability block, right? Something like that. Because we likely won't be able to crush to any meaningful purpose. Okay. Yeah, I'm cool with that part of the plan. Let's get set up for that.
Some really good ambient music.
Oh, you hear it now? Good. All right, let's go ahead and do this one first. So I've never done this fight. Oops, wrong click. I'd like to see how it goes. Oh yeah, this is what I had to have done. Yeah. It's Darth Vader lead. So this should be an interesting ride. Say it's you. Yeah, it's this one. So you don't take doubt, you take melt cron. And then this level 6 is what's key. Whenever an enemy loses turn meter, Empire allies gain prod up. All Empire allies, that's nice. Whenever an ally loses prod up, they gain 10% turn meter. So yeah, I mean, I could see why this would work. We're basically, with Lord Vader's unique, applying dots that cannot be resisted regardless. And then they just kind of stay locked down. Hey, Van Seal, what's going on, man? Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Good ambulance music. Not ambiance, but ambulance. I see what you did there. All right. So do we just get exploded off rip from Chirrut? No, we'll still be faster than Chirrut from Lord Vader's Crush. That's why it would work. Looks like it'll take about 3 minutes to do. Oh, he did do it with a doubt. Oh, and this is a 400%. Oh, this is curious. So it doesn't look like that matters so much. Well, okay. I think I've seen you do this at least twice. So yeah, you did this one here for 64 this way. 64 one way, 64 the other way. Okay, we'll do it this way then, because this cron would be less useful elsewhere. Let's see how it goes. So we crush because none of his stuff can be resisted, right? Yeah, right, exactly. So now we would do this. They can't resist his ability block, so we just cheese that, right? Up to me, really. I guess we can try and... Well, it's tenacity up, so really, what does it matter? We'll just basic for now. Let's see. What's the right way to pursue this from here? I guess we would fracture. Because we don't have a dispel otherwise. And this lets us get at target of opportunity. Who is the real target of opportunity? I guess it's you. I don't know. I guess Chirrut. Yeah. So you just stay like that. Yeah, we can try. Yeah, phase resisted the prick. I guess I smack you. More meaningful too. How we coming? You got about the turn meter? Ooh. This could be a kill which pops us off. Do I risk it? He's already locked down, so why the hell not? Okay, he can't lose his debuffs. They come back, and now we do this again. We maintain the rotation of the lockdown. I want to say that's the right way. Could take out Cassian. We could try to saber toss you to take the first life. Another crush here, and then basic to finish. Okay. So far, so good. Alright, yeah, taking too long with the fight is the biggest issue, I think. Because if I was doing this on time, it probably would have just been over. If you get to go and dispel, that would be bad, so let's just go ahead and... People should be starting to keel over soon, because the dots are going to become prohibitive. Yeah, let's swap with you. Yeah, probably could have held that another turn. What? You're already... Let's finish that way. How about this? Crush here. Smite. Yeah. Smite. I think we're getting somewhere, boys. All things have their season, and this is a limited time good. Very limited time. Nice. Yeah, fight takes a while. Okay. 66. Better than advertised. We'll take that. The gap is narrowed to 2 so far. I mean, I'm probably not going to be as efficient through the rest of this. Do I still have? Do I even have a Loctite plan for that? For that Iden? I got to think about that. Imagine fighting those Rodian counts all the time and then have an easy gack against Randy. Yeah. The only way I really could have made this hard on Randy was like setting like something like 6 GLs. Because not even 5 would have been enough. It would have had to have been like 6. And then the question would be, would I be able to off-counter more efficiently than somebody who has 5 GLs? And a relic advantage. I have speed, but he has size. We have about equal datacrons. So, I don't know. How are we looking on banners? So far, he's up by 2 banners for what I have cleared. But you see that 1853 is on the board. It's still a pretty intimidating score. I do believe Trench is going to just keel right over. Do I have a tab open for Admiral Trench? Oh, I must have closed it here. Respect the commitment, though. Good, strong French team. Alright. Whatever. Wait, somebody tried Wampa? Legit? Wow. You'll be surprised to know it got a 0. Malgus, 100% for 60. Yeah, that's not exactly what I was going for, but I see you. 55% with CLS. Shocking. Shocking. 100% for 60 banners there. JML, 62. Interesting. 63 on this variant. I wonder what the variety of score. Interesting. No, he can. Yeah. So it's like we could do Malgus, but it'll be 60 banners at best. Is that with all the finishers? Yeah, looks like it. Let's see here. Yeah, right. What's up, Van Seal? What's been popping, man? Haven't seen you since the last Gambit here. All right, guys, I'm gonna fill up my drink here, use the men's room right quick, be right back in 2, 3, 4 minutes. See you shortly. All right. We're coming back. Took advantage of the opportunity for a quick reboot. All right. Only a sip left. All right, then. So, Star Killer, 85% win rate. Speak to me on this. 100% win rate using Plo Koon. 63 here, 64 there. 65 there with Cal. Ever so clever, are you? Okay. 50% win rate with that. Yeah. Trying to see if there's something else. Well, yes, obviously Star Killer. Yes, this obviously too. Alright, so I like the Plo Koon. That seems to be part of the recipe. 62.4. Doubt. Prod up. I think we have such a thing. Yeah. Alright, let's go for it. And I can see why the Plo Koon is part of the recipe. That dispel on basic is a big deal. Stat-wise, should we be concerned with anything in particular? Physical, special, deflection. Deflection is not a bad idea. Came for the quality GAC, stayed for the music, and now there's no music again. Damn it. There we go. It's a YouTube playlist, so it pauses on its own after some amount of time. I am sorry about that. Deflection, yes, but really, it's probably more about the 3-6. Did we not have something for this? Yes, this will do. Tenacity, which, and a minor amount of deflection. And resistance, too. You know what? It's okay. Ryrock, happy May the 4th be with you. And also to you. Alright, how do we open this fight? We open with 3rd from Mara Jade. Because we don't like counterattacks, and we're going to get counterattacked off rip anyway. Well, hold on a sec. If we do it that way, then that means Dooku's going to counter us when we do our 3rd. But when you do the middle hits everybody too, right? Or does it just tenacity? No, I think it does. Special damage to all enemies, exactly. So, strictly speaking, 3rd would be better, even though we risk getting ability blocked. Something. What am I missing? Am I forgetting something? I know we can't be stunned, and I know we can't be dazed, but we can be ability blocked. Immune to dazed and stunned. Huh. Alright. Only way for Dooku not to counter is to stun him with the 2nd. I mean, nothing will stop the Watt from getting out his first turn. So the question is, does Dooku get tank tech? Which is a pain in the ass. It's actually probably my least favorite outcome. Alright. Okay, tank on trench. Not altogether terrible. Are we chosen? Mildly chosen. I'll take it. Alright, so all the rest of you now. Fucking stop. Okay. Third. No good will come. Well, I mean, obviously we gotta chase stagger, don't we? We could middle here. Also, we'll have the advantage of playing with foresight. Let's roll with that. Save trench for later, I think. We can go ahead, pop that stagger. AoE. Yeah. Okay. Your boy's still... Newt's still yet to go. Watt's gotta go next. Stick to the script, boys. We don't actually want to trigger this stagger, so let this turn pass. Great time to trigger the stagger, as his turn just passed. Okay. That's fine, I guess. Your time has come, it seems. Mildly worrisome risk. If we have to trigger the stagger, we may as well try to stun me. Okay. Why didn't we trigger the stagger? This AoE doesn't matter. Okay. Oh good, this is gonna come to pass regardless. Alright. Wow, this is kind of an ideal outcome, right? We can just kind of AoE off this? What's the right way to do this? I think third first. Okay, the answer is, it didn't frickin' matter. The defense up, probably not needed. Yeah, and then we would smack you. I guess I drag it down now and then we close him out with the other turn, so don't be stupid, don't be greedy, just take your damn 65 and don't think too much about it. Alright. Alright. The Iden. We looked into that earlier, didn't we? The options for high banners are somewhat slim. Yeah, I mean, that's true. The Aphra would be nice to find a more efficient solution. What's the parameter that I did that made this too restrictive? It's just down. Not a lot of people sitting down. Interesting. You gotta think about this one. Right now, it says Jabba is a son to the purpose of Aphra. If I can think of something that's better, I could use... Gosh, I feel like there's... probably not Iden right now, but there's some kind of undermanned thing with Jabba I could do on Iden. Couldn't solo her, but you kind of see where I'm going with that. Sure, so I want to say he had range. Stuck. Something like that. Jam that one for 65, no doubt. 64. Yeah, I mean, I can try and work that out. Really? Sidious 67 and a half. 4 battles, 50%. Why did it work? You had 2% turn meter. I dig it. Some kind of boo-boo stats. Ooh, what a huge coup if it works. So it's the 2% turn meter. You didn't have 2% turn meter, but you had an ass ton of health. So even though she's dispelling your shit... Oh. The path opens before us, gentlemen. The path to unlimited value. Now, I know what you're thinking. Tass, you used your 55% health Sidious cron already. Fortunately, I have one that is slightly more shit, but is also a Sidious cron. So 13% health instead of 55. Still the Sith turn meter level 6. The level 3 is not ideal. It's actually straight up useless. Not that potency... Well, the potency up would be nice to have. The tenacity up doesn't really matter. The health steal is kind of nice, though. That won't hurt anybody's feelings. So this is for everything. Now, Sidious was supposed to be... Yeah. Okay, so C is for Sav. Man, if we could make this work. If we could make this work. Yeah, if you go in with, like, Sidious versus that Aphra team. It's bad. Okay. I don't know. I feel like I gotta restart. There's so much riding on this. I'm not gonna have it be because it's not a fresh session, but I think we're gonna do this. Yeah, good call, Evo. Yeah. Being able to stun Dooku was nice. I've had it in the last couple of fights where Tank Tech gets onto Dooku, and then it's like... Couldn't stun Jango, and he got very angry. Alright. Why couldn't you stun Jango? Ooh, yeah. Yeah, my Mara Jade's big enough where I hope that wouldn't happen to me. Alright, we gotta try this. We have to go for the gusto. I think that's what the plan's gonna be. I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm gonna do the fights that I know I have to do first. Right? Okay, C solo here. The trick would be as much health as we could get. It doesn't really even need to be. Yeah, I mean, yeah. We could use this, right? I mean, why the hell not? Now, there's no health steal on it, though. And that could be disadvantageous. There is some significant health steal here. We don't benefit from... Let's think about it. This ignoring taunt really isn't an advantage for this matchup, because we do want to link Savage off rip. There's no good that comes from Savage just sticking around. So... Yeah, the 6 doesn't matter. And if the 3 doesn't matter because we don't have self-dispel, we have the incentive to take the best mix of stats. That is going to be this one. Because C doesn't give a shit about dispelling. When this works as a solo, two minutes. Link up Sav and Traya and move on. think that's the way. Decepticons. Hey, Tass, how's the GAT going? It's close. It isn't lost yet. How about we go with that? We link you. And then we link you, because you two are the only ones that really cause me any kind of grief that I care about. Oh god, that was a massive ass hit. It would be highly appreciated if you would not. Alright, we'll still gain our prot off of this, so that's cool. Would you kindly... Eight! Stop that. Damn it. Them some big hits. Ah. Man, this is terrifying. This Talon's getting ready to put the foreclosure on us, man. Alright, this is it. If this is it, ooh, wop. Please don't ability block me, you bitch. No! Stop! Stop it! Ooh. Demanded by the gods, it is. So here's the thing. Her not being able to crit would be extraordinarily advantageous. And then, what do? We use that to stabilize? I don't want to have to... I think I'll lock these two and then just basic Sion into compliance. Oh my god, that was a terror. We're not out of the woods entirely. She can still hit hard even though it's not a critical hit. But she is set up to crit the shit out of me. The shit out of me. And of course the dispel means we don't get to land the shot, so we have to take even longer to do the shot. Okay, still the healing immunity from the high potency on Nihilus. Mildly terrifying. This should bring us around one turn sooner. Ooh. Stop that! Okay, so he just did his thing. So that means just the two of you. Alright, duke it out, old man. Oh my god, that was a fucking mess. Please be a 68, okay? You got time. You're gonna ramp a ton of mastery. I'm really hoping it works out that way, because we had to do what we did. Come on. Come on, my man. Talon can get real uppity. You ain't lying. Jeez, that is a big survivable bastard. What are you feeding that Talon, Zid? Comments for the class? Okay. Yeah, this is what I'm afraid of. We can get in trouble with him just locking us. Ideally, we would have been able to zappy Pappy.
Well, I mean, the cron has 65% max health.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we might as well just keep this on auto. Well, this could suck. A single drop means we're completely sunk. But I'm hoping and praying. Ripping and a tearing. Yeah, I think we're fucked. We aren't going to get our prop back after a certain point in time. No, it's tough to regret it. Time special to kill. It's not doing enough damage for that. Plus, he's getting enough turns where he'll definitely have Held by Hatred back. Yeah, we can't. Yeah, see? Exactly, that's the problem. So we won't be able to do that back-to-back style. I mean, ideally, you know, you would be locking Sion like that so you wouldn't be caught like this, but I don't know, guys. I don't feel bad about my choice there with what's his name. You know what I'm saying? Two, one. And with that, the fight really does end.
Actually, the exact same thing, but what I did differently was I linked Sion and Talon.
Can you actually basic Nihilus down, though? I guess better than Sion, maybe, but I don't know. That's why I asked.
Yeah, it works, because you see he doesn't have protection. He doesn't have protection, and you get your shock on him.
Well, that means you would have linked him earlier so that he wouldn't have... Oh, no, he converts it, right? He doesn't have any protection ever, right? No, that's only under his own lead. He should have protection, right? Yeah, he would have protection, so we would have to have linked him to have denied him protection. Exactly. Sorry?
Well, he... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's correct.
Would have had to have linked him. So you're linking Savage and Nihilus off rip. You're waiting until Nihilus is without protection to but then you're re-linking before ultimate.
No, I'm not actually doing that before ultimate. So first ult is I sap Savage and Traya, and then I relink over to Sion and yeah. So,
well, I mean, incredible cron there, the 60% offense. Yeah. But I want to see what your mod spec is, though, on Talon, because that was great. It was extremely dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, it could have pushed a little bit more offense on her and the cron, and it could have been a little bit closer, but I was inspired by you, just making her punch hard.
Yeah. This one does definitely hurt. Here, let me flip that on for the folks.
Because I've had times where I literally lost like an SLKR solo against a similar Traya mod just because of Talon.
Yeah, and see, that Talon, I don't know. I don't know if I was going to make it if I didn't relink there.
Yeah, no, you have to keep her linked for sure. That's crucial. Like, even after sapping Traya and Savage, she could kill you. Yeah, I can share some stuff that actually worked on your front wall.
Oh,
so
by all means, go ahead, discuss it. Yeah.
I did use Finzori against your BCam for an EC65.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I did use DTMG.
With Holdo?
Yeah, with Holdo makes it more stable because.
And is that Rose or is that Resistance Hero Poe?
It's Resistance Hero Poe for the buff immunity on Pass Whistler at the start and spreading Inspired.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
Halo Implant says timing the special could have worked the AI, wasted it so you didn't have it. I'm not sure what you mean. If I had set up the fight such that it was only a few seconds left on the clock and Sion was at red, and if I used C's special to land the killing blow, you're saying if I had hit that exactly at 0, like why would that be any different than doing a basic if he was at low health? Because you saw how much damage that special was doing. I'd say at most maybe 20-25% of his health at the end of the fight.
I assume he means that it prevents the reviving completely.
Special stops revives. Oh, I'm used to it mattering with... You're saying that you're saying that regardless of the state of Link, it's just part of the ability.
Yeah, okay, and a special unlimited power, instantly defeat Link enemies and do a special. Enemy is defeated by this ability can be revived. Exactly. Okay. I didn't even think about it in that way.
Where? What ability do I need? There it is.
Oh, it's in the ultimate when he's
Enemies
basic and special changes.
Enemies defeated by this ability can't be revived. That's brilliant. Hey, that's a great observation, guys. Good call in the chat. I'm used to only really taking advantage of the linked for the delete portion of the show. So great point to remember. So that does mean I could have timed it exactly the way I say. I could have tried to work him down low and then done the zap. But wow.
And then actually a really good counter against GG Snap is Moff Gideon, Dark Trooper Moff Gideon. It's a clean 65.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, all that turn meter removal, it basically just juices you up, and their damage becomes like irrelevant at that point. Then against your sauced up Beck squad, I did use Seer.
Yeah, I've seen you do that too. I was okay with that as well.
Yeah. And I kind of did anticipate a Leia, so I saved GG Staff for offense for that matter.
For sure.
It paid off.
Remind me, did I keep CRex in that version of Leia?
Yeah, you did, and it did not really do a difference.
Okay, because that was the question. My understanding is CRex had the greatest chance of impeding the GG staff, so that's good to know.
But he basically doesn't get to take a turn, which is why it doesn't matter. So the only bad part about GG Staff is there's like a 62 banner win in most cases. But then you just have to make up elsewhere with your undersizes.
Alright, let's see how this one goes. It'll take us a while to get up to the delete. When we get to the delete, it'll probably...
Okay. Could you share your screen on Discord, by the way?
I could try.
And then actually, a reason why Finzori is bad on defense is if you have the Asasha on the cron, you get healing immunity applied on them, and that means that the health steal is useless, and it's so easy to just get through them. Like the counter skyrockets from whatever advertised 40-50% win rate to what feels like a near 100% win rate.
Yeah, I mean, I've done it myself, but I also know that it has some risk to it. Because I have the Omicron, and I've that was what you just described there with Asajj being the determinant. That was not the determinant for me. The Relic 9 DACA is what made that possible for me to not get immediately blown out. Now, how do I actually want to go about this fight?
Well,
I think I'm thinking I beat down.
For sure, you just focus down Leia.
Yeah, you beat down Leia and you delete, what's his name?
Well, Drogon or R2, like...
It's, which one's not in stealth when the moment comes.
Yeah, and it's not that important. Like, I feel like this Jedi 100% damage is probably going to carry pretty hard.
Yeah. Alright, let's flip this stream back on for you guys. Here's the start of the match. Yeah, we'll just do this. Yeah, we'll be okay.
I'm surprised actually seeing that Kit Fischler just makes this work.
I'm into it. Resetting. Well, it's not going to reset. But, I'm just thinking about whether or not I was going to hold it for the sake of GK, because it'll be at low turn meter next go around. But decided just to push turn meter to JMK. This will actually hit. Let's just see what happens. I actually moved the needle there on...
That was hard. That was like nearly 100k.
Yeah, some serious shit. We all have the prod up, so this can... Well, you see the days, the lock days. Which way would I prefer to run it? Do it like this. It's fine. Right.
There you go. Yeah, you popped it.
One.
I guess you just go for the kill. I'll let him out. came out, okay. Yeah, and 100% nasty, nasty, nasty.
Boink.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still call.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That damage is massive. It's fucking massive. Yeah. Oh. I'm being a douche.
Hit the support. Where's the support?
There's
no support on my team. How did she level out?
Support, yeah, I'm not quite sure. Kid Fisto's an attacker.
Yeah.
This tank.
Chat, anyone in chat know? She was at low health, then she kind of like leveled out, which made sense if she like basic the support, but...
But wasn't there just Mon Mothma using her revive ability?
Does that have like a rebalancing effect in it?
Yeah, I think it does have a health equalization or something. Or just like a massive heal or something.
Okay.
But you had a healing immunity, so it must have been an equalization.
Boy, this is just
But this is like a slam dunk, though. Like, this is great to have in the pocket.
And the fight's over, but long before you have the opportunity to get up to actually smiting something.
Yeah.
That was a great... You know what? Losing the match to learn the lesson about that C effect... I'll take the lesson.
And then what's going to be interesting is going to be seeing that Sidious solo against Iden. Because somebody already did that against my Iden, so I'm pretty sure it's doable.
We'll take these. What are we fighting? We would want deflection, the greatest that we could find. Well, tenacity, really. Because we're already deeply invested in tenacity. What do we got? This one. Because we want to also roll down. The deflection is kind of underwhelming on this one. It'll have to do. All right. Depending on the state of how damaged everyone is, we would have to use Jabba's cleanse first. Otherwise, it would be better to use third on L3. And then we'll see what happens from there. It's true, TJ. I could always just lose. No, that's fair. Mothma equalized rebels. I know her basic does the middle. Middle is an equalizer though, like that. Okay. I know. Okay, so the state of the board is such that I don't need to worry about that. I do want to be able to go after who I want. So, you. What do we get? We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doubts. Perfect. For all the tenacity in the world. It's like, I want to say 200 plus tenacity. Something like that. What? I don't even know why that works that way. But yeah, that should be the end of the magic for you. A little bit of shielding love. Okay, that part's not good. That's not good. Alright. We need to get to the part where we eat someone. Okay, that's good. That's better. That's best. Ability block or go for the whoop ass? Ability block does more, but I want that fucking droid out of here because it is, without exception, my greatest threat. Yep, that was absolutely the right decision. For the record, for anyone keeping track. All right, you there. Hi. I would like to discuss something with your face. The AoE will do less damage than the double tap from basic. Stop it! Leave him alone. Okay. Hello. Hello. I don't want to do the honor shit. Don't you guys fuck this up for me. Get to Jabba's turn. Don't you fuck this up for me. Damn it. Okay. We're just gonna do this. Okay. Okay. Step it. Alright. There we go. Alright. It was all genius in the end. It'll have to do. You know what I think for you, Zid?
Yeah.
If you got another cron similar to this that's got a slight flip-flop between the health and the offense, I would take the offense.
Yeah, I would. I would for sure. I actually just don't have any high offense crons. Most are around like 30%. So that's not like...
Well, even 30%.
Kind of moving.
You saw how close that got. If you had another 10% offense baked into that or something like that for how low C got, and that was with like 46% added health, right?
Yeah. Well, I could also just try to push her modding a little bit further as well.
Yeah. Well, those mods aren't all full 6A. I was assuming you're going to be on that anyhow. All right, let's test out Sidious. I want to. Let's learn. Alright, we actually have a Sidious cron equipped. Alright, Mash AoE is basically the name of the plan. This is going to be one of them high skill battles. Either we are gods or we are fools. We will find out.
Yes, a lot of the damage is actually mitigated, because you're not allowed to assist on him.
Damn. This shit hurt. Uh-oh. Stop that. How dare you? You can't ability block me. Do you know who I am? Stop it. Stop it. Okay. Please heal.
That was close. That was a little bit scary.
It's still scary. What the fuck are you talking about? With your past tense ass. Yeah, there it is. There's the healing immunity. It's over. Well, okay, so we can gain health. Oh shit, this is bad. Basically, if I AoE, I die.
And if you're basic, you might not have enough sustain either way.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, you have to take the chance with just basic, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah, it's for sure death the other way. If I had to hit one, lowest probable damage is going to be range. Okay, that was really, really good.
Yeah, okay. So
that was very determinate. Okay,
yeah.
So to do this fight, I made it much harder on myself by hitting them when they had the AoE in the first place, and I still don't know if I want to do it. I mean, I guess I do because I can take the hit now, but they ramp.
Yeah.
She ramps specifically, but I want them to not have buffs, and I want them to have some number of dots because this is the chance. This is the moment. There. Ah, come on. Hey, stop that. Stop it. Hey. You stop that. Hey. Hey. Okay. Again, we are faced with the opportunity to get brapped. So, basic. Okay. Okay. Step it. You whore. Okay. Again, I'm going to put this in the we'll take it section. Man, if I had my big health cron, the big health cron might have actually lost.
Yeah, the health steal here is insane. That's what sustained you for sure.
This is overall still pretty. Now we got the prop. Yeah.
You know you're chilling.
We're gonna be okay. God, she's such an asshole. This team is an asshole. Yeah. The defense down is threatening, too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a little stat check, I would say, mostly.
It's fitting that Iden would fall to Super Wampa, which is basically what we're doing here.
Yeah. Well, basically, she would have to blitz Sidious early on. Like later on in the fight, you just have too much sustain.
Yeah. Well, this might be dangerous to try and pull off, like, next season if you're running a Set 14 on Iden.
Yeah.
Something like that, with very high offense.
Yeah.
I could see that.
I mean, I did have a high resistance here, so it kind of converts to more offense. I'm like 40 or 50% resistance.
Who's the special damage dealer?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that's true. I don't really know how it all works out in the end, the level 6 class.
Because you're thinking, like...
Because the thing is that the defense and resistance, I think it all just mixes through and just converts to offense. Instead of just like being like, okay, resistance converts to 400% offense for special damage attackers. I don't think it goes like that. I just think it's like a blanket term.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure that's what people tested. And that's why resistance on those 400% crons was suggested for basically all Empire teams.
Makes sense. We'll go with the biggest prot one. That's this one. So the biggest prot one, or this Jedi one that does the 100%. It's 50% less protection, but we have just the 100% more damage thing. We'll have most of our prot most of the time. We'll have 100% health. This seems like it would do substantially more damage and the fight sooner. Are we trying to end the fight sooner? Well, it doesn't matter. What we're trying to do is use the abilities in the right order, and that's just going to force our hand a certain way. Let's go. I thought that converting defense of any kind, so if that 400% reads the way I would think it reads, guys, let me think about this. If we ability block, there's any kind of resistance, then they get to do stuff. Do I care if they do stuff? Short answer is yeah. It's not great for gas to do anything, so fine. Who needs this? I suspect it doesn't too much matter. Okay, now we have that on time. Now you're just going to basic. Good. Okay. What's important? Swap to you. Yeah. Do this, because we're going to wish we had that back later in the fight. Ideally, we are going to sit him without needing to use Mark, because I would like to use Mark. I mean, I'll see that means that forces us to hit fives.
Coin on Cal is like what I would do here for sure.
Yeah.
And here actually do coin first on whoever you want.
Yeah, I mean, it would probably best be Hoda.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll take the stun. Alright. Immediate stand-up. It's stand-up comedy.
No pun intended.
That's fine. Push you up. Right. Back to this. Back to our regularly scheduled program. Stub it. Stub it. I don't like it when you do this. You're not a nice lady. Do this. Just this. Let's start rotating that, actually. For reasons related to that. Okay. Seize the mastery gains? Probably. We'll actually be able to prevent him doing stuff this way, I think. Curious that he's not taking damage.
That was really weird, though. Why did he not take damage from
A couple
Cal's
times at that, yeah.
axe? Good point.
Yeah, yeah. I hear
It's
you.
not
I'm
supposed to
curious
take
about it.
reduced damage.
We would want to do that. Almost. Soon. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You're not supposed to do that. Cooldowns reset into... Okay. It's not all the way lost. Yeah. Might as well basic somebody who won't counter. Well, it's not counter because it's just 501st. So who do I care about? I mean, you, I guess. Reset you. And then it's all about working the turn meter from there. Okay. Yep. Yep. We're just gonna end up smiting him. Yeah, wasted that basic, actually. Alright, still time. Still time. Hmm. 56 seconds. Yeah, 60. Alright. It still worked. Right, calling Cal while he has riposte and gas can't lose health. Yeah. That's why. So that means it... Interesting. Because he had riposte, and because that means he can hit under protection, the fact that he still had protection made no difference. We actually did not do damage to the protection.
Exactly, no, because of the riposte. So yeah, you
Yeah.
don't want to have a riposte.
No, I dig that. Alright. I
That's a
see it.
very good point.
I see it. I imagine that the purest way to deal with this would be Malak, but that means that we could have a situation where when I go to drain him, he's definitely going to get to Hell by Hatred once. Let's think about it. No, wait, there is a way we can make this work. Why don't we gamble with that? Potency. We don't have anything that we can get really big with potency, right? 35%. Because I want to be able to debuff him. And the idea would be we're going to let him crit us, and then we're just going to kind of manage him. Well, no, wait, we do tenacity down on basic, so what the hell do I care? Let's go with offense then. Offense would be the best thing, I imagine. Sure, why the hell not? 42% offense, random-like, real random-like. I think this will work. Okay, so basic first. Can't stun him here, and that's what we're trying to do. That's what we were going for. Good. This will probably kill him, actually. Because he has so much more health. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Alright. Now, so it's a 1390 I posted there, and we can check. So he got a 1413. Alright, so he was 23 banners higher. So if I had not dropped that, and that was... Oh, wow. Wait, would I have been ahead then? I think so, maybe. So 1390. Well, I don't know. Let's see. We killed 4. So 1390. That was a 45. So it was a 45. Minus that, and then minus 4. So we had a 1341 before that last fight. And if we had 68'd it, like what we anticipated doing, then it would have been a 1409, which would have still been under a 1413. So we still would have been 4 banners down coming into this, assuming everything else was the same. So let's see. Let's see how close this ends up being. Because you got 72, 73, and 76. Classic Malevolence here. Triple attacker. And then endurance. So, against you, Negotiator.
Tass, do you want to learn to wait to do the 75, 76 banner win here?
Oh, sure, yeah. You see this? You're seeing it live?
Yeah. So just swap out Murata for 5s, and then you just rock and roll and go in. And I'll show you the magic, don't worry. I'll share the secret sauce.
Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. I think I've done it
All
in
right.
TW, but it's been a while.
Yeah. So it's played in a certain way, but it guarantees that you pretty much get almost 75 or higher all the time. So you basic on Hyena to proc him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we forced turn meter.
Yep. And then Anakin went first, so just basic onto Hyena.
Okay.
That's when you have R9, JK, and now just mass on Hyena.
Okay.
Okay, now just target the Sunpack and use a special, and that way it should hit the weakest as well. And divide that damage. Yeah. Now you AoE onto Hyena, spread the damage a little bit.
Okay, so because I would think if the goal is to blitz him down, you would AoE and try and buff immunity to Sunfax so that you get to just stay on Hyena.
No, like, just trust me here.
Yeah.
Just do the
I
AoE.
wanted to ask. Yeah.
Yeah. And now you just do the AoE.
Mm-hmm.
Go. And you just basic Hyena.
Mm-hmm.
Now you call Plow. And then, of course, you pump the TM. And here you can ponder your options. Look, does Anakin go before Y-Wing? If you can check from the turn-meter float shot. Okay,
No,
yeah, he
Y-Wing
does.
first.
Okay, just kill Hyena Bomber then, in that case, with basic.
So let's talk about why that matters, because we have plenty of time, right?
So, it matters for the sense that we don't want to waste any damage here. Like, every single basic basically counts, and it's, like, calculated into,
So
like,
you don't want to
finishing the fight
use...
before spy reinforces.
Mm-hmm.
But then, of course, there's a risk, but you could, of course, try to get defense down onto Sunfac and then do the basic with Anakin.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on, you would kill the other dude. But here you can look at the flow chart again and look at the turns. Okay, so actually, you're going to have 3 instances of damage before Spy is called in. So what you could try to do is a basic with Nego, and then a basic with Plow, and a basic with 5s.
Mm-hmm. Just to close out the fight.
Just
play it aggressive.
Yeah, to close out the fight. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
There you go. Okay, basic. And basic. And
right.
That's a 74, unfortunately.
Yep.
But it has, like, great potential for 75 cents 6. Depends on how it lands up your critical hits, pretty much.
Well, and the typical negotiator is this composition anyway. The only difference that I typically bring is just Ahsoka as a second reinforcement. So to that point, it
Yeah,
wasn't going to get better than a 74 here.
yeah,
Doing it your way, I
yeah.
tell me
Basically,
why.
the
Tell me
end result is the same.
tell me about the
That's
benefit
fine.
of forcing the turn meter into Hyena. Why do we do this
So
at the start?
I'm not like certainly 100% sure about that because that's just like what I've been doing because I did not coin this counter per
Well,
se,
okay, so
but
we're
it's
not
just
so we're
to,
not doing it because of the turn meter. What we're doing it for is probably to try and land defense down because your point with this
yes,
strategy is to blitz Hyena.
yeah, yeah. So the defense down certainly will help with that endeavor,
Okay, that makes
and
sense.
it's not really about caring about him popping the bombs or anything early on so that you can control them or whatever. It's literally, I'm pretty sure, as simple as applying the defense down
Hmm.
so that when you use your basics and you mass on him and all that stuff, you're going to maximize your damage output right
Hmm.
from get go.
Hmm. No, that makes sense. TJ saying it's not just the defense down. You get JK to take more turns, forcing the fight to go the way you want. So what you're basically, I don't, well, why, but what does that have to do with forcing Hyena to go first? Why? I mean, we already answered it. Like, you want the defense down since you're supposed to be hitting him anyway. Otherwise, you're classically trying to blow up Sunfac. All right, how do we
Yeah,
want
but
to do
like
this?
TJ's
You're the only
right
tank
about
on
that though.
deck, but you're not going to taunt because you weren't a reinforcement. So let's go like this. Dispel. So we could take this. We're about to Yeah. We're gonna do this one because we're about to dispel. So we actually just want to kind of go all in. You are going to shield somebody. I don't really care about that shit. You're gonna pass turn meter, and I don't really care about that either. Let's just put a stun on you, boy. Okay, we have to take our lumps there. Okay, appreciate you. Do the dispel. Do the do. Respect that. I guess we should take the offense up more than just the heal. Don't hurt my feelings, no, don't get me wrong. We'd have to kill you twice anyway. We have an opportunity to punch through you because you have defense down. Yeah, we can do the dispel here. Who am I worried about hiding from me? No one that I care about. Probably just middle, spread a second foresight. Because this isn't the person I wanted to third anyway. Okay. Yeah, that's right. We don't focus you down. We end up just eating you in the end. We can shield you so that I could end up using the Chimera hit to restore the protection on Vader. Because if you're full, then you're full. Okay, good. Yeah, you to you. Okay. Basic. Get out of my house. Get off my plane. Brrrr. Wow. Poetry in motion. 75.
That's nice. That's better than what you did last time. You did a 71, I think, last time we faced.
I believe that. My guess is I probably didn't get dodged this time. Because I probably
Yeah.
wouldn't have played it much different. If I had to guess.
But yeah, that's a substantial banner difference though. Like a
Oh,
75 is really good. Really good.
well, we know how Fleet is. We know what Fleet's about. Speaking of bullshit in fleets, we're just gonna run with these four. TJ, you're saying it's not just the defense down. So you're saying that by forcing Hyena to put Buzz, I'm trying to rationalize why this would be true. So if you force Hyena to put down Buzz droids ahead of Anakin's first turn, that means Anakin takes more turns with Buzz. All allies would take more turns with Buzz droids, potentially triggering Anakin to take more turns, potentially triggering Anakin to take more damage himself. which I guess he can trigger himself too for... No, I don't think he does trigger himself for turn meter. So basically you're saying by his allies getting beat up more often, more early with the thing, it's causing Anakin to take more turns? Am I on something there? You'll have to tell me. All right, is this Biggs? I don't want to hold myself out at the finish line. All right, there we go. So, it was... What were the fleet clears so far? 74, 75. And then this, if this works, it's a 76. Jagady, anyone know who will get Rex ship to 7-star when there aren't any nodes to farm in? No, I don't think so. I don't think there is a way to know in advance. All right, let's go ahead and call Han. Get the wagon train moving. Hey, Magi! Wow. You know what? Do we be greedy? Do we be greedy? No, we don't. I'll put respect on your name. If we do not wiggle here, the punish could be large. But then we're not giving him another target, but we don't want him to do this target anyway. Fine. Wiggle here. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. The dodge was nice. Hey, look at that. Chosen by God. All right. You there. No reason to call Biggs. We'll just lose banners for that. That's kind of a break glass in case of emergency character. Keep the focus here. Pushing the turns to... hey, stop that. Who said you could do that? Hey! Alright, look. I'm not a big fan of what you just did. Hey! Stop it. Hey! Well, there's nothing we could do about that. That was all ignoring taunt characters. There was... No, they just got really the most favorable RNG. There's nothing I could have really done differently there. How do we push the turn meter? We won't be able to do a lot. It would just have to be assists at this point. So we have the incentive to bring out the extra ship. It calls an assist, but not on anyone I care about. I'll just basic for now. We do have the opportunity to chip at her. We'll just do this and try to dispel. Okay, well, that sucks. You there. Alright, yeah. Alright, we're still getting a little bit of assist. And I think that's the engine that drives us. Stop it. Close. Everybody else is already high turn meter. You're not stealthed. Might as well push like this and like so. You were just giving me nothing. That's a good one. We'll take it. Aw, you son of a bitch. All right. So that's it. I think this would have happened to us regardless, guys. If I had brought in Phantom 2, what would it have changed? If I had brought any other kind of reinforcement out. Let's say I brought Ghost.
Basically, the only thing that could ever have changed was not wiggle and kill Xanadu with a basic. Because
There was
otherwise,
no way
Xanadu
Xanadu wasn't damaged enough. Like do damage to it. Yeah, the only way for it to have ended differently is if I hadn't wiggled and they decided to split focus. But even then...
Yeah. It's like Xanadu being alive, not splitting the focus and focusing down your dash ship was inevitable with the play you did. Pretty much.
Yeah, but I've definitely lost Han not wiggling.
Yeah, but that's also like when you're in the worst case scenario where you basically have Xanadu blood alive, and then they call in Boba. Like usually,
Xanadu
Xanadu
being
blood is
alive
supposed
is
to
the
be dead.
typical case. Xanadu being alive is the typical case. You do not. It is not a for sure thing to have Xanadu dead by the first enemy reinforcement by any means of the imagination.
Well, for me, most of the time, that's at least what I try to do, and I'm
I
fairly
respect it.
successful.
I get it. I get it done enough, but it's not like it's 100%, man.
It's if it dodges, but usually just doesn't, luckily for me.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like, it can go well, pretty poorly. Like, I had Biggs call him in with a special. He did call somebody to assist, but it wasn't Millennium Falcon, just called Y-Wing.
Mm-hmm.
And then Xanadu stayed alive, and
Mm-hmm.
things got a little bit hairy.
Hmm.
But basically, that's a caveat of Prof. It's like a great counter, but then there's like that 5 to 10% of the time when it's just not that great.
Well, no, I mean that's what I'm trying to think about. Is the yeah, if I hadn't wiggled, but then if you lose Han, you're doomed anyway. I mean, it's
Yeah.
doomed the
Like,
same way anyway.
yeah. I mean, the other way, depending on what your opponent sets, is like what I not like to do nowadays is I undersize with Leviathan against Executor, and then I undersize with Profundity against Negotiator
Mm-hmm.
or the Holdo ship.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Assuming
why I
the
knew I had
fact,
to have Leviathan back
yeah,
on defense for you.
exactly, because that's assuming the fact that somebody doesn't play Leviathan. That's how I would
Yeah.
play it.
Let's see how much
Because
this
I
still
don't
works.
trust Prof that much.
Does anyone have any experience with Sidious versus Qui-Gon? I don't like it, man. I don't know that I'd like it. That's my short answer for you.
Yeah, in 3v3 it has some merit, but in 5v5, like the DPS might be a little bit too rough. Especially if it's like a Qui-Gon team with Beck and Cam plus JK.
Best move would be to take the money and run and just hit this ship. Okay, good. We get to cleanse before the mass assist. That helps. Spin to win. This is a dispel. Hello there. You can't do that. Shoot him. Okay. First order of business. Comeuppance. Never used this on offense. Ba-ba-ba. Already had exposed. Call all resistance. Oh! That was fun. Ooh, this is just Doom, right? I'll have more of that. That was fun. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, this is a very different cleanup than it used to be with comeuppance in the mix. That's fun. Okay, so I was down 4 banners going into squads going into fleets if I had not dropped that C. So it was lost from the C drop for sure. No cope. But I'm saying if that part of the plan had worked, we would have been down 4 banners. He had a 72, a 73, and a 76. If I got the outcome I was going for, I would have had a 70. Well, I don't know. Let's think about it. Let's assume Y Wing dies, because that's usually what happens for me. If Y Wing had died, I would have brought in big. So that's -2 banners. So it's not going to be a 76. It would have been a maximum of 74, right? So 74, 74, and 75.
A fleet or 2 and dying, that's -3. Is it not?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to do the math. So I'm down
Yeah.
4 banners on you. I think I still lost anyway, though, right? Even if everything worked right.
Yeah, you would have been like 1 banner down, I guess. Something like that. Because you have like -40 from the drops alone.
74. No, wait. I'm sorry. 72 plus 73 plus 76 minus 74. We have to expect that that was the anticipated outcome. Minus 75 minus 4 for the other one would be a delta of 2. So, yeah, you still would have won. If everything had worked to plan, you still would have shaved me out by less than 10. But less than single digits. Definitely single digits.
Yeah. Just like last time.
Good game, man.
Kinda
GG.
tight.
GG. I know I was changing some things around shortly before the attack phase started, and I know where I made one adjustment that I would not have made if I had just stopped to think about it. How much difference it would have made, we'll never know. But we'll find out next time you and I square up. What's about once a month? I'm good to see you.
Yeah, as long as there's a rodent, so mess things up.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there will be because you're.
We just keep
It's
dropping
you
them. If you have
versus
followed
Sasha.
anything.
Oh shit! It's you versus Sasha for round 3. Maybe.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
Oh man, this sucks because I'd love to stream it tomorrow night, but that's going to be too damn late for you. Damn. All right. Well. Let's go ahead and discuss the attacks, guys, because things were going well before they weren't. So let's cover it. I had banners for most of this. I stopped counting once I knew it was over. Against Kelleran, we went in with Riva for 63. Against Jabba, DTMG for 64. Against Riva, Sir Malakos for 62. Against Rey, we went with Bane set for 64. Wow, and that was cool, too, because I fucked that up. I took the wrong cron. All right, against Aphra, we did Jabba. I want to say that was like a 63. We had a couple prop banners we weren't able to get back in the very end because of doubts on the field from the Jabba bite, you know. And if I didn't take the Jabba bite then, it wasn't going to happen, so it's not like I could have stalled it further. Take my word for that. Against the Leia, JMK, Cat, Kit, GK, and Ahsoka, buttery smooth, despite the fact that the fight was over. Maybe a good 2 or 3 turns before Cat was going to be able to delete somebody. You just kind of roll through them. It's really good. Against Savage Traya. So this is, I want to say, so it's like 60+% health. So enormous health. Great choice for that reason, for sure. Against a variety of different counters, I guess. But what was interesting is his crit damage modded Talon and about 30% offense, 36%, something like that, offense on this cron. And it made it so that, you know, we linked Savage and Traya and got them deleted, but by the time they deleted, we were sitting around, I want to say, 30-40% health. Savage having ramped offense into the team and that Talon being pretty nasty to us. Savage hits. I felt like I had to re-link her. I felt like that was the right idea. And Zid said here that was probably the right idea given the situation as well, but what I should have done, I linked Talon and Nihilus because I'm thinking, I don't know if I can actually basic this guy out of existence. So probably Sion. If I'd had more time, maybe try to work it around the long way and then relink Nihilus and Sion before deleting. But Talon was applying enough pressure where I was like, nah, I'm just not going for that. So we managed to get around to the second ultimate, deleted Nihilus and Talon, and then we learned a really cool lesson. I had the opportunity with C being transformed, taking on Sion. We stabilized, got back to full health, maybe on the path toward a 68. But he already had Held by Hatred, so he had the respawn. And what chat reminded me of right here is the Lightning Strike. You're used to it deleting people who you have linked, and you don't really think about, or at least I don't really think about, how it says enemies killed by this can't be revived. Linked enemies can't be revived when you do the shock, whatever. But, no, see, it isn't the link. The link means that they're instantly defeated by the ability, and it's the ability itself, the text on the ability itself, irrespective of who is linked, that says if they're killed by this ability. They don't revive. So it's not even the chains that are doing the no revive effect. It is the ability itself. And I say all that because, as you guys rightfully pointed out, if I had timed out the fight to basic down Sion so that he's really low, and then go for the shock to kill, I could have stopped him from doing his loop, right? Because as soon as if he does revive, he'll immediately have the Held by Hatred cooldown. So we could have worked that. Now that said, the greatest defense to us being able to do that was the high health, because throughout the course of the fight, mastery ramping it all, you saw how many times C was doing the special there, and it wasn't that much damage, so it was about maybe 20% health at most. I would say we'd have to be really careful about how we would have timed that, and hoped that, I don't know, he didn't get a lucky resist or something, because it can be resisted, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's always at least a 15% base chance to resist.
Yeah, but if the ability itself, I don't recall off the top of my head, if the ability itself says that it can't be resisted, that would trump that.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it says that. Anyway, so then we just cleaned up the solo Sion. I ended up just stalling out on Sion is the bottom line. And then we took it out with Malak for 45 something. I don't remember. But Malak took him down. Bad Batch got it done. Halo, good stuff, man.
And then what I'm personally wondering and trying to push is maybe being ballsier with Darth Vader, Lord Vader, and just tree-manning it like in 3v3.
Well, having done it myself... Well, let's talk about that. So against the Saw here, I took something out of Zid's own attack history. This was really
a little
clever.
bit different than you, actually.
You did it a little differently than me? Okay, well, I was really...
Yeah.
Let me say this real quick.
Okay.
I went in with Zid's team. It was Darth Vader, Lord Vader, Thrawn, and Royal versus this Saw team. And, you're thinking with Cassian, they're all having the tenacity up off rip. Why does this work so well? It's because of Lord Vader's dots, the dots that he passively applies whenever his turn starts, and from his crush, that stack indefinitely. They can't expire because of Darth Vader lead, and they can't be resisted. So even though your Darth Vader's dots are kind of just whatever, you're able to do that. And then we had the, what was it? It was percent health damage, Dark Side level 3 from set 13, and then the protection up and turn meter gaining Empire level 6. And we really tightly controlled that fight. Took a long time. It went down to seconds, less than a minute on the clock. But it resulted in a 66. All right, Zid, what did you have to say now?
So the faster track is to actually, during the first Merciless, you crush on base. Like, this is more important, so of course for comps where there's no tenacity up coming from Cassian.
No.
But what you actually do on his first Merciless is you just call Chirrut immediately. And that basically makes the whole fight like a lot safer. There's like no off chance that he resists a TM pull and gets like one odd turn there and just dunks out somebody. Like takes all of that out of the equation.
So you're thinking you would just run it without Royal, because you'd still want Thrawn, right?
Yeah. Still the same cron though.
Yeah, same cron, yeah. Well, I saw that you ran it both ways. You've done it with the level 6 I said, and with a 400% offense. So clearly you can do it either way. You got 64 both ways. Maybe you can get 66 only with the prod up and turn meter one?
It's more about just like managing their turns, keeping in check, and make sure that they don't take turns. And I mean, if you don't have the prod up, you're obviously not going to get high banners.
Yeah, that prod up was nice, and the level 6 also taking turn meter away from them, right? So, and then you have like the Darth Vader leadership and all that involved. Like it was really. I understand why you would say you would call off rip. So even in my situation with the Cassian on, you would have still done the call?
Yeah, it would have most likely killed depending on your Raider modding, but I would say it would have killed.
There would have only been something like 6 dots, though.
Yeah, I've killed plenty of times with 6.
Okay. All right. Good note. All right. All right. Next against his gas CRex, we did JML, and that one we finished the fight, but I think we lost 2 of the Jedi. I want to say, so it was a little bit of a rougher go. I had to make an executive decision about how I wanted to do Trench. I could have gone for either, Star Killer on the gas CRex or against Trench. Against the Trench, CLS still would have worked. So I guess that's the other way I could have sliced that. That means JML might not have gotten used this round. Something like that. JML also can be a solve for Saw, though. So I guess I could have done that, too. And then what? Yeah, maybe the Darth Vader, Lord Vader, something like that against Trench. That might have been interesting. Regardless, though, JML for 50-something. I want to say 58, 57, something like that. I don't know. And then against Trench, Star Killer, 65. Yeah, this Trench cron. So I set Trench against him. What did you use against my Trench?
Oh, if you talk about a cron, I just said the
No. What did you use
protection
against
cron.
my Trench, though? What did you use to kill mine?
So your Trench. I think I used JML Tree Man for 67.
Okay. All right, that's fair. Oh, that's pretty cool. So
It's JML JKC. That's it.
Okay, and then just high prot.
Jedi Revive.
No
Yeah,
revive.
mix of that, and no revive is key. Makes the battle butter smooth.
Yeah, you just want to have it so that you can kind of just ignore Watt once the techs are out.
Yeah.
You don't have any revival threat. Okay, I can see that. That's a pretty good one. Against his Iden, so there were still a couple of ways I could have gone about this. Not the least of which was Malgus or something of the kind. But I had Sidious left, and I saw there was a 50-50 win rate on Sidious. And what I saw people doing was having the turn meter level 6. No particular group of stats seemed more helpful than the other for the successful attempts. There were only 4 battles seen, and half of them were fails, so it's not like I got a lot of data to review on it. But I screwed up doing the Bane set versus Rey early on by not taking the Bane cron. I took the Sidious cron that had the 55% health on it and low health steal. It didn't matter to Bane. Bane was a 64 anyway. But I was wondering if that would catch me out, because against this Iden, I had another Sidious cron that had something like 200% health steal on it, but only like 16% health. So I was hoping it wouldn't cost me too much. Let me tell you guys right now, an enormous difference. Like, this was a for sure loss if it weren't for all the health steal on the cron. And what's more, you had to be... so I did finish the fight for a 69. It was crazy in the end. But let me tell you, it was extra sweaty at least 2 different points of the fight where I was hanging on by a thread, and I got a turn, and then it was my opportunity to AoE into 4+ characters with Retribution, or to basic and get the health steal from that and see if it would sustain me to the next turn. And that was the way. Doing the basic brought me back to life from near death, able to counterattack off that before I got my next healing immunity from Iden, which, by the way, that is bitchin', man. I mean, that is bad news. And she applied it often enough. I want to say maybe I resisted it once or twice the whole fight, but I needed every lucky break I could get. And if I had taken the Sidious cron, and I know myself well, I know myself enough to be honest and say, if I'd had the big health Sidious cron, I probably would have taken that, and that for sure would have cost me the fight. The health steal was such a bigger deal than the health for this fight in particular. So good lesson learned off that too. All right, fleet-wise. So, yeah, Negotiator against Malevolence, 74. We did, what? Chimera here against Endurance for 75. And then against Executor, we went in with Profundity. We took only bigs. Managed to get IG-88 out just fine. And then I just, about half, a little more than half the time, I don't wiggle on Han's first turn. I'll basic onto Xanadu and see if I can get a lucky trade. And it happens rarely. It doesn't always happen. Zid says it happens for him more often than not, and God bless him, because somebody's got to get the luck with that shit. It ain't me, so it might as well be someone. But I decided to wiggle today because I remember being punished recently. It was against an Erodium account, actually, but I was doing the fleet battle, and I didn't wiggle. I basicked, and then their Boba Fett came in and focused down Han. And I know that is doom. That is almost certain failure. Almost certain failure. What is certain failure, though, probably more than that, is losing Outrider. Because Outrider is the main engine for you to charge the Profundity ult. And if I had had that ship and not Han, still might have gotten it done. Would have been harder. Less people assisting each other. But I would have been able to push turns with Profundity Basic and kind of work it from there. So if I had to do it all over again, I would have probably just stuck with the Basic and then taken the risk that Han maybe gets blown out. But I didn't care for that. And they get to ignore the Y-Wing. They get to freely hit the only other target they can hit, which is Outrider. So they really had no one else to focus. It's tough. I mean, they could have chosen to do it dumbly and hit the Y-Wing, which would have been preferred. But anyway, before we could get to Profundity's ultimate, Executor got theirs, took out the Profundity, and then we cleaned it up real quick with Resistance. Yeah, by the time Executor got to its next mass assist, it was just Razor Crest left. So, yeah, that was a very smooth cleanup. Hopefully, wouldn't have to do that again, though. What's interesting, and this before I started doing this wrap-up, I just did the math here with Zid. If everything had worked to plan, if I gotten the 68 with C down here, and if I had gotten, let's say my Y-Wing had died with a, with a Profundity versus Executor encounter, I still would have been down a couple of banners. So, unfortunate go, man. Unfortunate go. A couple good lessons, though. There was a lot about this attack I liked, and I have maybe 2 teams I would change on defense. And I think it would be a really cool result. Nonetheless, GG to Zid. I will see you again next time. The total is now 2-1. Zid is 1 up on me. We have met a total of 3 times now. And he has won the last 2. So until next time, Zid.
Yeah,
Let me
GG,
get
bro.
you guys out. 1 or less, 2 or more was the prediction, right? Well, the 1 or less is gonna get it because we don't count fleet, right? I do this like the community does. The community doesn't like to count fleet, so whatever. I'll be consistent to your reasoning. 1 or less gets it today, despite us losing the match. Yeah, the music timed out too, didn't it? Alright, let's go ahead and set up the raid. Find out who's out there. Galaxy Heroes. Oh, let's go right into one of my patrons, Stark Strategy Gamer. That'd be kind of nice to do, wouldn't it? Let's get set up for that here in a moment. Alright, guys, if you want to be in touch, my Discord's a place to do it. I announced that I'm going to go live there. I do intend to stream, well, no, round 3 is going to be probably against an Erodium, so probably not streaming this 3rd round. I might stream someone else's, though, so if you want to find out when and if I'm going, Discord's a place to find me. If you want to catch this episode and previous episodes of my Grand Arena stream on YouTube with chapters added, check out my YouTube page. I also have some exclusive GAC content there. I guess exclusive in that it comes out there first. So we have the Datacron set videos, 13 and 14. 13 is almost out the door, but 14 is, I don't know, maybe still useful if you need to finalize some things. But those are made with Aesop Rock, one of the top players in the game, and a lot of fun. A lot of fun making them. We'll have one for set 15 soon. Also, I have a GAC-focused podcast, Plotting and Scheming. It's a week in review format. Me and my co-host, we go over what worked for us, what didn't, what were our standout defenses, the lessons learned, and anything else we think worth hearing. So check that out there. And of course, if you enjoyed the stream and you want to support me, support what I'm doing, check out my Patreon. Let's flip the switch for that. Check out patreon.com/Tassinix. For any upwardly mobile GAC player, there is something of interest for you there. At $5, you join the TAS House and get early access to my GAC content, which can help you for the round 1 round. Otherwise, if you're getting it on general release, which is on Friday, it'll be of use for you in the rounds 2 and 3 of the current week. At the $10 tier, you get the bundle with OmegaBot Patreon. So if you like that detailed scouting report I did on Zid at the start of the stream, that is a patron-exclusive benefit to be able to pull a custom report based on whatever amount of time you're looking for and get the details. At the $15 tier, it's the double bots. You get OmegaBot Patreon and Hot Utils, which, if you're not familiar with it, it's just a fantastic tool for managing your mods en masse, loadouts, so you can just swap effortlessly depending on whether it's GAC, TW, so on and so forth. All right, let's go ahead and thank the patrons themselves that make all this possible. First, at VIP Access, thanks go out to my newest patron, Andrew, White Wolf, Sam Vimes, Jobin4527, Stark Strategy Gamer, Raise Malbus, Brock Thudsteel, Renee Bebe, Deadpool Cow 28, Johnny B. Ottawa, JJ's Productions Twitch, Sweens 14, and Darth QPPMG. At VIP Access Plus, Striker and Esh Sotnikan taking advantage of the the OmegaBot bundle. And then VIP Access Premium, seizing on the double bot bundle, are Quig, Ibanx, Sir Boss, and Trevor Boy Gaming. At the top of the heap, there is the one, the only, Nomad's Reaper at Jester's Club Elite. This man has crushed it for me over the years, folks. Just popped in from time to time, drops thousands of biddies, literally hundreds of subs in one go, when the mood takes him. So thank you so much for the extraordinarily generous support. All right, let's do the special thanks to my one of my earliest supporters here, Yoda Force. He bought me the mic I'm speaking to you on right now way back in the day and really pushed me to get this started. So, he's long since quit the game, but we remember him fondly. To Mrs. T, my wife, thank you for updating my slides here today for this Patreon stuff. And, thank you for all of your behind-the-scenes work that keeps the show moving. To Dagger, TJ, Sasha Isha, my co-hosts on Plotting and Scheming, thank you guys so much for the time that you set aside from your busy work and, family and just, free time schedules, Appreciate so much that your discussion, makes the show so much better. Appreciate you. All right, guys, let's move back on over to the main scene and get y'all rated out. I'm going to probably play some Helldivers if any y'all are down, so hit me up. Add me on Steam if you haven't. If you'd like to play Helldivers 2, just look up Tassinix. Same way spelled here. All right, starting up the raid. Galaxy Heroes. Starting up the raid. Okay, guys. Like I said, I'll see if there's an interesting round for me to stream tomorrow and offer something, because you saw what I did round 1 with Heinze and with my patron Striker, so that was a lot of fun. We'll see how it goes. All right, guys. Until next time, it's been real. It's been awesome. It's been real awesome. Take care.
Yeah, I